Evening, everyone. It's 6:40, and this is your video number 552, and it's the closing comment for today, Thursday, December 10th. And I remind you, please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Okay, so the market was kind of interesting. Again, a split affair, and it's kind of interesting that how slow it seems with the Dow when the net change is only $60 or $80. Today the market closed down 69.55. It was substantially lower, and that was less than 0.25%. On the other hand, the NASDAQ was up 66.86, which is a little over 0.5%. The S&P were down $4.72. The big winner of the day was the Russell, again making up the entire loss from yesterday, up 20.56 or 1.08%. And the transports were down 113, so just under a percent. Internals were interesting. In the Dow, it was 8 to 7 positive. In the NASDAQ, it was 1.8 to 1 positive. Volume was a little light. So I guess the big news of the day, obviously, is AIRBNB, which didn't open until 2:30, which is kind of late. They moved up the price of the offering and settled at 68. And then the stock managed to open and close in about the same place, 145. It was higher. It was as low as 141.25, and so it was a big day all around there. Yesterday's DoorDash was 182.77, and that was down 674 or 3.6%. But the big winner here was yesterday's C3AI, which ran up today and closed 127.12, up 34.63, and that was a 37% rise. And GLSI, which I have been mentioning for a couple of days here, this is Greenwich. It's a biotech and had remarkable results on a long-term trial of its breast cancer therapy, and it traded up to 128 today, but closed at the bottom end of the range. The low was 67.25, and it closed 68.50, which was still up 11.40 or 20%, but it was on the low of the day. We also had some earnings, and it was almost like reading a book. It was exactly the same for all of them. Broadcom beat top and bottom, raised the dividend, and closed down $15.22 at 401. Lululemon, same situation. It beat both top and bottom and gave good guidance. The stock traded up to 390 and closed up $3.10 at 366.66. So, it was 0.8% on the gain, but it had literally traded $24 higher. I take that back. Nope, that's right. Okay, Starbucks posted a new outlook. The stock was higher, 105.39, and that was up 4.99 or 5%. And there was an announcement of a collaboration between Snapchat and Twitter. Snap closed 53.19, up 404, and Twitter finished 51.21, up 398, both up a little over 8% on that deal. Oracle had earnings, beat top and bottom. It had a really tight day of around 59 to 59 and three quarters when the earnings came out, and they too were a beat. That changed, and it got up to 60.50 and then down to 57.85. So it added $1 on the upside and $1 on the downside on the range and finished basically unchanged. I think it closed 59.50. Excuse me, and that would have been up about 2 cents on the day. And sticking along with the script, Adobe reported this morning, and it beat top and bottom and gave good guidance and finished the day 476.87, down 6.87. Futures were strong. Energy was very strong. The chart on the screen is the dollar, which continues to try and consolidate down here. But really, the low here is 90.47, and we closed 90.82 today. So it was down a bit, down 26 cents, had a low of 90.66, so still a higher low, but it's going nowhere. I mean, the most recent break here below 92, and it looks like, we're trying to consolidate and move up, but it's really having trouble, and I would expect it to have more trouble if it gets back to 91 and a quarter. The gold was down $1.10, and really the feature today was energy. The oil, I mentioned it this morning, the oil has clearly had some positive results here, and this is after the OPEC meeting, where they're still talking about raising production, although not as much as was expected. But as you can see, we were up today $1.26, and in point of fact, we were almost $1 higher than that. So that would have been 2 and a quarter, and that was about 4%. Tonight we're right here. It's kind of quiet. Just opened a little while ago, 46.96 to 47.09. So not much really going on there. All right, everyone. I'll be back first thing in the morning, and have a good evening.